Hi guys, Maya here. I had a few requests come in on Twitter for me to do some readings of my stories. I spoke to my publisher about which ones he thought I should do, and his response was as many as I wanted. So here we go, starting with Asylum. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a princess. Oh, damn it, wrong page. Let's try that again. Once upon a time, there was a priestess who was really good at kicking ass. And this is her story. Asylum, Book 1, Once Was. Fear choked me as I slithered beneath another set of low-hanging branches. Dirt and rocks dug into my hands, filling the space beneath my fingernails while I crawled. Briars caught my hair, but all my attention was on the nemeton, my people's sacred space, 20 feet beyond the willow that hid me. Speeding breaths disturbed the branches, steaming in the chilling air. Fire and blood ran red through the trees where there should have been life and incense smoke. Drummers communed with the gods as magic brought their hands and taut goat skins together. I imagined the echoing drumbeats as pained bleatings from silent throats, domestic creatures slain in holy sacrifice to make the sacred instruments. Shrill notes penetrated through the connecting pounds, pulsing power immobilized my fear. Staccato beats danced with the high priestess's mystic words, weaving magic to summon me. Left arm forward with right knee, then right arm and left knee. Tickling brushes of a willow's spiraling leaves whispered along my face, begging me to turn back. If I could just close my eyes to what was ahead. The spell's woven fabric caught flame and beckoned. Fire called me forward from the forest's protection, and soon screaming chants burned my throat as the priestess danced behind me, closing the path. Defiler! Destroyer! Desecrator! Her words erupted from my lips, magic dragged and beckoned to her cause. Taunting lashes cut deeper than the knives she whirled. Familiar faces, torn and painted, pleaded from tongueless mouths. Help, the priest begged with silent lips. I didn't want to help them. She was right. Stinging aches lacerated my hands. Magic wanted loose, demanded to be free. Feel me, daughter, it crooned in my ear. Punish them. Dance with her. Save the rest. The high priestess twirled, blood-drenched blades circling above her head. Come, little priestess. Thump. The drummers called. My swaying body lost its fear. A step to the trees became a step into the circle. Right foot. Hop in time with the music. Left foot. Leap aside. Hop again, back into the circle once more. Cold air and warm fire communed on my skin. Raking nails tore my clothes before I knew they were my own. Dance, Rosine. Dance their judgment. Blood wasn't enough. They stole too much. I did not know these priests any longer. Right foot, hop. The sky swirled as I turned, arms stretched overhead. Darkness beyond the circle tightened, became oppressive. I could not leave now. I did not desire to leave now. You must always finish what you start, daughter, my goddess trilled, her purring voice through my thoughts. Feel my magic. Make your choice. My choice had little to do with this circle of pain. For Bas, I could do this. A blade. Whose blade was this? Appeared in my hand. Furs matted with blood slipped beneath my fingers, the ghosting of my touch not giving away my presence to the priest who turned his face to the sky in prayer to Aya. The smith could not help him now. Words choked me. I'm sorry became I hate all men, and then simply a wordless wail as my hands reached for the bloodied pelt the priest before me wore about his hips. Hide and fur stuck to my fingers as I lifted the edge and slid the blade beneath to cut the source of desecration. Our screams melded into horrific harmony above the rhythmic cacophony of the drums. The Divine Mother's heartbeat became running horses in the grotto, forcing my feet to stomp faster. Slivers of stone embedded in my feet, stings of pain I forgot as soon as they were felt. I was beyond them. Unseen hands gave gentle warmth as I found myself wrapped in another man's arms. Is this how you would leave a priest of mine to die? Best lover murmured in my ear, the smoke of his forge hot in my nose. I knew the God who held me. His seduction of my senses boiled my blood until I might never feel warm by comparison again. Aya's breath teased along my neck, his lips almost giving a scorching kiss. Fire. He wanted fire. Nay, Wayland Smith, I would send him back to you. My captor abandoned me to reclaim his priests, the balefire now a forge blasting my back with dry heat. Outstretched hands, one I did not immediately recognize as my own, struck back to pull flame from the bonfire, then directed it across the clearing to the grand oaks holding the 3 defilers. Burn in the flames until you can be reworked into a new sword. Burn your souls clean. Thank you, priestess. Aya spat out into the darkness before extinguishing the flames and claiming the souls drifting from their weakened mortal coils. In the wake of his divine fire, I was bereft of the sanctity of Aya and Ba's presence, left alone in the dark and blood-drenched clearing. Pain and pleasure, twin sides of the same blade, ripped through me with a laugh that became a scream. The seagull's answering cry became a song of mourning, smooth and rich with its dark cadence. So pure, so clean, it was not covered in blood. What had I done? 3 bodies twitched as they were cleansed by fire, magic holding back their pain just enough to keep them in true torment even as it locked their soulless flesh into a semblance of life until the rite ended. At my feet lay sanguine puddles of discarded flesh, stains coating my feet and hands in a manner that would never come clean. My throat convulsed on the choking smoke and thick air. No drummers coaxed my feet to dance. No priestess glided through the sacred space. Just my victims, the fire, and me. At my feet were dark braids, so soaked in the mire that they appeared to be bleeding. Looking down, I was holding the blade to my own neck, and a shallow slice was announcing its burning presence from throat to nape where my hair had been severed. No! I refused to accept this reality. The bloody grotto wavered, dim light muting my sight. The drums continued on, bringing back the nemeton and the pain. Bass magic would not do this. I did not do this. My blade fell, whistling like a bird's call until it landed on the bloody braids. I could not. I would not. I closed my eyes, and she was there, with her glowing green eyes and scythes for claws. You would, Rosine. You would if it meant saving the old ways. And you will. Open your eyes.